Hey y'all, I'm back with another motherfucking video. So today I'm just gonna jump right into it because I'm on my lunch break and I don't have time to do anything ever, even though I'm in the house like 24/7. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump into it. I asked you guys to ask me any questions that you have for me because everybody knows I'm on this weight loss journey. And you guys support me and follow me and talk to me all day. So I want to know if you guys had any questions for me. And y'all did, baby. Y'all can't. I honestly thought I was gonna get any questions, and that's why I'm so overwhelmed because I have a lot of questions. So I appreciate everybody who asked me questions. They're very good questions, and I can't wait to answer them. Probably gonna put this video up on YouTube because I feel like nobody's gonna really watch it on Instagram if it's like a 30-minute video. So yeah, but make sure that whatever you're watching it on, you're either following me and like and comment on some posts, or if this is on YouTube and you're looking at this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I never intended on making a YouTube channel, but I just feel like it'll be easier to do like these long videos like this, like especially like the ones with me cooking and stuff, and like my grocery hauls and things like that. So I think I'm gonna keep my longer videos on YouTube just because I feel like people on Instagram, they want to scroll, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna give y'all a chance to scroll, but if you want to sit down and watch something, go to YouTube, check me out on YouTube, and this is it. I do apologize for my last video. It was just a lot going on, that's why you couldn't hear me, and it was just a lot going on. So I am going to do another grocery haul, probably a more in-depth grocery haul, because I feel like that one was a light grocery haul anyway. So I can show y'all what I really be getting because I'm running out of stuff. So be on the lookout for that. I probably don't even take the other video down because it was really bad. But anyway, so I'm just going to get right into this Q&A because I'm on my lunch break and I only got 30 minutes. 25. So first question. It's and I wrote them down because I have a horrible memory, and y'all should get y'all one of these. This is my passion planner, and I have a very short attention span, if you haven't noticed already. But anyway, this is my passion planner, and I love it because it just makes you get your day together. This is the one that is the small everyday planner. They have a whole bunch of different kinds, like a weekly one that I accidentally bought and I hated it. But this is the everyday planner, and like it just allows you to do so much. Like you have today's focus. So today's focus for me is my meditation. And then you can set some game changer goals. So like in the beginning of the month, they make you write out a game changer plan. Like what do you want to do this month that's game changing? So each day you get to write down a game changer goal that goes towards your game changing plan. And you can write down your personal to-do list. You have a work to-do list, free space to grow. In my free space to grow, I just write like whatever comes in my head, honestly, that just is encouraging. Today I wrote, you are free, you are in control, and even when you're not, God is. I made that up. I just like to write that there. Just anything encouraging, what you're gonna do for self-maintenance. So today my self-maintenance will be water and drinking water and doing yoga. And then at the end of the day, you get to reflect on what the best thing that happened today was and what you learned today, and describe today in one word. And then you can like list out everything that you're gonna do today. So like I always just like plan my days out. Like the goal is for me to wake up in the morning and journal and do this, but I never do. I always get to it around 11 o'clock. But it's just nice to look at it. So just how you would like your day to flow. And so that's what I always write down, things that you have to do. And then I just started using this side because I used to use it to do my devotionals, but I bought a whole separate journal for my devotionals. And I'm going to start using this side to plan out what I'm going to eat, because that's my hardest thing to do. Like, it's not hard for me, but it's just like I've been getting real, like, you know, people have writer's block. I've been having like cooker's block, and I can't think of anything new to cook because I don't like to eat the same things at all. And so I decided to start using this to plan out my meals and whatever else I have to do today. So today I wrote my Q&A questions down, and because I'm like, bitch, do your Q&A, because I have it on here. And my game changing goals is to record my Q&A. So that's what we're doing. We're setting goals and we're accomplishing them. Anyway, back to the point. I didn't mean to close that because I need that. But, so yeah, the first question they're asking, what inspired you to eat healthy and what are some tips to cut out fast food? I like that question because what inspired me to eat healthy? I've never been one of them people who eat oxtails and pork chops and all that kind of stuff. Like, I grew up like that. Like, my dad loves soul food. My dad loves soul food. Like, if you could put it in gravy, he's gonna put it in gravy. And I literally despise gravy. Like, growing up, I hated it. I always hated it. I don't like wet food. I don't know. I've just always hated gravy. I've hated smothered anything. So, I think this kind of started in high school. Was that in high school? What house is that? I can't remember if it was in high school. No, this started when I was in college. I think it was my freshman year of college, and I came back home to live with my parents. Yep. And my freshman year. Yep. And I don't know why I started working out, because I had gained, I don't know, I've always just wanted to be fit, but like being in high school, I didn't play any sports or anything like that, so like I had no reason to work out. And it wasn't until I got to college and I gained my freshman 15 and I started working out in college. I did. My freshman year I started working out or whatever, but I gained my little freshman and when I came back home, I was like, bitch, you gotta get it together. So I started working out and I was doing super fucking good. And then I started eating right because I was working at Walgreens and I used to eat fast food every single day. And I'm like, this is why I'm gaining weight, is because I'm, eating fast food every day. So I was like, I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat fast food. I just want to eat clean. And it's just what I liked. And at that point in time too, I was making good money. So I had money to go grocery shopping and get what I want, because I hated everything my parents cooked. I hated everything my parents cooked. And then on top of that, before I started working at Walgreens, I was working at Sonic, and I used to eat a lot of fucking Sonic. And so that's how I gained weight too. But yeah, so once I got my big girl job, I was like, I'm gonna buy my own motherfucking groceries. And then that's like literally that's what started it all. It's like I was eating my meal preps and I was working out. I got me a gym membership at the gym down the street. Started working out, doing my meal preps, and bitch, I was looking good. Like when I tell you I was snatched, like I thought and that's the second part about it. I really thought I was fat back then. I was overweight for sure, but I was fine. Like I was fine. Like when I look at pictures of myself, even though I was over 200 pounds, I was still like stacked. Like you would, like, nobody ever thinks I'm over 200 pounds. I feel like I look like I'm over 200 pounds, but I feel like people just know me, and so they were like, bitch, you ain't 200, and I'm like, bitch, yes, I am. But I had got down like 215, bitch. You can tell me shit. And so it wasn't until that moment when I realized I love meal prepping and I love working out. And so, yeah, that's how I got into eating clean. And then that's really basically it. Like I just started eating clean, and then because I enjoy eating healthy. Like I said, I grew up and I never liked all that fried shit, all that greasy shit. It just never looked appealing to me, like ever. And so once I got my own money, I just started buying my own shit. And I love fruits, I love vegetables, I love shit like that. I love whole food. I don't like processed food like that. And so I think a part of the question too was some tips to cut out fast food. I don't eat a lot of fast food. I just don't, and the reason why I don't, and I'm not gonna say it's just because I just don't and I'm perfect. No, it's just because I know how my body functions. Like once you know how your body functions, eating like clean, eating healthy foods, and eating things that nourish your body, you really don't want to eat fast food. Like fast food, like they put MSG and shit in fast food. That shit is addictive. And so it's not even the fact that you literally can't, like, unless you really just actively, consciously, mindfully try to cut out fast food, it's really hard, because a burger is always going to look better than cooking something, anything, but I think it's because I love science and I do a lot of research on a lot of things. And so once I find the science behind different foods and how they can help your body work, I just prefer those foods. And I just know that things that they put in fast food to make it fast food is just not gonna do my body anything. Like I just feel like it's kind of wasteful sometimes. And so, but that don't mean I don't eat it. Absolutely not. I just feel like everything is good in moderation, but I just feel like a tip to cut it out, I just like try to cook your own food more often. And it just takes time and practice, because even like healthy fast food is not healthy, and even some healthy processed foods aren't healthy. So it just takes time and research, and just find out what you like and set a goal to like only eat out fast food twice a week and all your other meals to be home cooked or something like that. Like just give yourself don't just do it cold turkey. And there's really, honestly, like everything is good in moderation, but that would be my main tip, is just to like try to cut back in moderation, and then reward yourself when you successfully don't. So like say you go for a week and you don't eat fast food all week. Bitch, get you a burger, period. And that's my tip. I don't know if that helped. I'm sorry. I am not a fitness nutritionist, none of that. So take all of my advice lightly. This is a lot of things that just what works for me. But the next question is asking, what's your go-to cardio? Is it running or cycling? And that's a good question, because I used to cycle. I picked up a habit when I lived by myself a couple of years ago. I just got out and I bought a bike. I don't know why I bought a bike. Oh, that's funny. So I was going through a very, 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 very bad depression after I broke up with my ex. Not because of my ex, but because of the amount of weight that I gained during that relationship. Shout out to my ex, great guy, love that nigga. But we used to eat, bro. Like when I tell you we used to eat, like my best friend one time, she was like, bitch, no, y'all used to eat. Like I would be like, damn, they eating again. We used to eat. And so I literally gained 40 to 50 pounds within the mix of that relationship. So when I broke up with him and I was 40, 50 pounds heavier, I was like, bitch, ain't nobody gonna want you now. That's a horrible mindset. Don't think like that. Anybody wants anybody. But that was my mindset. So I had fell into depression, because I'm like, I've never been this big. Like I've never in my life been this big, and it all happened within the span of a year. So it was like a culture shock. And so literally one day I woke up and I was like, ain't nobody gonna think you a bad bitch unless you think you a bad bitch. And so that's when I started back working out, because I had stopped working out because, right, ooh, this is all coming together. So right when I told y'all I was living with my parents, and that's when I started meal prepping, I dated this one guy for a year, and we used to work out together because he was an athlete. And so everything was cool, and then we broke up. No shout outs to him, because fuck that nigga. But everything was cool. We broke up, and then I met my other ex. Like, I didn't meet him, I knew him for forever, but we started talking a couple months later, and he was a complete opposite. Like, he didn't want to work out, he didn't want to eat clean, he didn't want to do nothing. So I'm like, well, if I want to spend time with my nigga, I can't be working out all the fucking time, and he ain't gonna eat my clean food. So I'm not. So I literally just stopped working out, I stopped eating clean, and I gained 40 fucking pounds, 40 to 50 pounds. Whew. And so I had to wake up one day and I was just like, bitch, you gotta get it together. And so that's when I started doing yoga, and I started back working out, and I started back meal prepping and shit. And then I just was like, bitch, get you a bike. Because I hated running. I did not want to run, but I was like, I know I need some kind of cardio. And I was really, really into lifting, and like lifting heavy weights. So I'm like, let's add, a bike, because that'll help my glutes, and that'll, give me the cardio that I need. And I fell in love with it. And that was my favorite form of cardio up until, I don't know, I fall in and out of depression a lot, and that has a lot to do with me giving up and stuff like that. So I think that's what caused me to stop riding my bike. And then I had gained my weight back, because I had lost a cool 15 pounds and I had gained it right back. So my motivation wasn't there anymore, so I kind of stopped. And then I found a sale, because bikes, I had a bad bike. That was the thing. I had a a bad bike. It was like a really cheap $200 bike. And so the people who I used to ride with was telling me like, you need to get you a good light bike. And so I got one. And when I found one on sale, it was like $1,000 bike. I got it for $100. I was so intimidated to ride that bike because I'm like, this is a professional bike and I'm gonna look stupid. Like, you know how bikes, yeah. So I just stopped riding after that. I was just very intimidated to get on the bike. Like, I even left that bike in my apartments because I was just like, I'm not riding that shit. And so I stopped riding bikes, but I really enjoyed it while I was doing it. And I recently just started running like a couple months ago. I started running and I hated it. I was like, this is fucking stupid. But then like recently, me and my homegirl who I went to school with, we started a challenge with ourselves. And we were like, bitch, we're gonna get our mile down. So we're I don't know how to say it. We're trying to get our mile down. I don't think my mile's gonna get down to a 10-minute mile in a month, but it's about the effort. So we made a challenge to run a mile every day for 30 days, and honestly, I'm really enjoying it. Probably better than I did riding bikes. I don't like stationary bikes, they're just trash. So yeah, I've been running. I don't even know what today is. What's today? Today's day 21. Bitch, I built the habit. Anyway, but yeah, I think today's day, nope, tomorrow's day 21. No, today's day 21. Yep, it sure is. And nope, tomorrow. I don't fucking know. But anyway, I've been doing that for 21 days and I'm really becoming to enjoy it. Like, I look forward to my runs in the morning. And so I think running is becoming my favorite form of cardio, but I still will always have a love for riding bikes. It's just, I need a bike. Anyway, sorry. Question number 3. They asked, where do you get your fitness gear? I get it from everywhere. Nothing specific. I recently got some tights off Amazon. I thought I liked them. I hate them. They make my butt look flat. My stomach look fat. I hate them. I did buy me some Gymshark. So let me say about this. Because your girl was doing good. Like, I was being real fucking consistent. So I said, bitch, you need to treat yourself. Because I always be seeing everybody in their cute little Gymshark. And I'm like, oh, bitch, I want some Gymshark. But I'm like, that shit is expensive. And so I was like, you know what? Bitch, you spend money on everything else, invest in yourself. And so, because you know, you look good, you feel good. So I was like, I'm gonna get me some Gymshark. And I got me some Gymshark, and I love it. It's just expensive, but it's okay to treat yourself every now and then. But yeah, my favorite fitness gear is Nike. I don't know, it just makes me feel secure. I have a couple Adidas bras. I kind of don't like them because my boobs don't fit right in them, even though they're my size. I use a lot of RGB leggings. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but I think it's Academy's generic brand leggings. I don't know, but I like them. They work fine for me. They're all under $12. The prices, last time I went to go get some though, I think the prices are going up, because when I first started buying them hoes was like $8. Now they're like $15, $20, and I'm just like, see, y'all doing too much. I don't know what's wrong with these companies and why y'all think y'all could just charge $70 fucking for some leggings. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I just shop around. I try to get the cheapest I can get. Marshalls, Ross, all that is good for workout clothes because you can get name brand clothes at a cheap price. Macy's to get you some Nike, some Under Armour, and all that. But yeah, I just shop around. But my favorite brands are Nike. And yeah, that's that. And number 4 is asking, what's the best advice for beginning yoga? What are my favorite poses? The best advice for beginning yoga is just to do it. I promise. Like, I used to think, I'm too big for yoga, I can't do all that. Bitch, honestly, truly, I have a love for yoga that nobody probably will understand, because yoga is what got me closer to God. Like I said, I battle with depression a lot. And after I had got out of that relationship, I was very upset at how heavy I was, and just my financial situation was really, really bad. And something in me was just like, start doing yoga. I believe my friend Courtney told me to start doing yoga. And I don't know what happened. One day, I just decided to get up and go to, I don't know what I was doing. I think I used to watch yoga YouTube videos. And I just tried it. I tried beginner yoga, and like, it was so relaxing and soothing. I was just like, oh, this shit is lit. What the fuck? And then my favorite, honestly, My favorite pose is Savasana. And basically Savasana is at the end of the yoga session, is where you lay down for a few minutes and you just kind of just sit in silence. And you just breathe and you lay on your back in prone position with your hands facing up. And I can honestly say that's my favorite pose, only because that's what got me closer to God. So when I started using yoga, and when I started doing yoga, I would pray at the end. So I would go through everything that I was going through. I would try to do it every single morning, and I would do the session or whatever. And then at the end of Savasana, I would take that moment just to meditate and pray to God, ask him to have a good day, pray for whatever I had going on, be grateful, anything that I needed to let go and get out. That's what I would do in that moment. And I would spend like a good 5 minutes just praying. And afterwards, I just felt so free. Like, I literally just felt free. My days are better because I was taking that time to meditate and to pray. And so I can honestly say Savasana is my favorite pose, because it just allows me to meditate and really hone in on how I'm feeling, what I got going on, you know, talk to God and things like that. That's just for me. So that's honestly my favorite pose. But advice for beginner yoga is just to do it. Like, honestly, there's so many beginner classes and things like that. I use this app called Downward Dog, and basically, like, you set up your own yoga session. Like, it's so fucking cool. It's called Downward Dog, and like, literally, I don't want to go to it today, but literally you can set up your own yoga session or whatever. Like, you can set up the type, like full practice if you want to do. They have beginner, beginner 2, intermediate 2. I'm on intermediate 2, even though I'm not. I'm probably gonna move back to intermediate 1. But you can do boost, and you can boost if you want back strength, breathing, core strength, glute strength, hamstrings, flexibility, things like that, how long you want it to be. So you can do a 4-minute yoga session to a 90-minute yoga session, everything in between. And then Savasana is my favorite part. So I set mine for 3 minutes. So I do 3 minutes of Savasana at the end. And I think there's more. You can change whoever your person is speaking, the music. I choose no music, and you can play your own music in the background. So I really enjoy this app, and I recommend this for beginners if you want to begin yoga, and you have absolutely no experience. Beginner 1 means I've never done yoga before. Beginner 2, I've done a few classes. Intermediate, I've done 10 classes, blah, blah, blah. So it has something for everybody's skill type. So I highly recommend trying the app. But yeah, if you want to start yoga, just start. I promise, like, there's nothing that you're going to get out of it that you hate. And that's just that. The next question is asking, what's my favorite healthy snack to get you through the day? My favorite healthy snack to get me through the day is probably rice cakes and peanut butter, because H-E-B has the best. When I tell you the best, natural peanut butter, natural honey peanut butter ever. And so I just slap that on a rice cake, and it keeps me full. You know, if I need something quick, or if I need something sweet, like, I go to it. I usually use the honey rice cake. Caramel rice cakes, but I can't find them. So I'm using the plain ones that are lightly salted, but it don't make a difference to me. Like, honestly, once you start cutting out sugar, like, sweets don't really make that big of a difference to me, because I really don't eat that much sugar. So when something's not super sweet, like, I can't stand anything that's super sweet anyway. So when I switched over from caramel to the lightly salted ones, I was just like, whatever. But yeah, that's my favorite snack, is rice cakes, peanut butter. Gets me through the day. Number 6 is, what's the biggest challenge about breaking a diet? What have you done to fight it? And that is one thing that it's a good question, because that's one of my many struggles. Is I love food. I love cooking. I love the way food looks. I love tasting food and things like that. But recently I'm learning not to be too strict on myself, because I think that's how I always fall off, is by being too strict on myself. When I'm too strict on myself, I beat myself up a lot, and that's not good for somebody who suffers from anxiety and depression, because it just causes more anxiety and depression. But yeah, so I've been lately, this past month, that I've been trying to eat clean and work out consistently. I've just been trying to make it more of a lifestyle. So that's my biggest thing on diets. When you say biggest challenge about breaking diet, I look at diet as in what you eat. So if you eat clean, you have a clean diet. If you eat bad, you have a bad diet. So there's no really breaking diets, you know what I mean? Because like your diet is what you eat. I don't know, I learned that in school. I think, I don't remember, in like microbiology or something, but like there's no such thing as a diet. You don't go on a diet, you have a diet. Yeah, so how do I explain this? A diet is not a verb, it's a noun. Like, this is your diet. Does that make sense? Like, you don't go on one. I can't go on somebody else's diet. I just change mine. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but so I don't look at it as if I'm dieting. I'm looking at it as if I'm changing my diet, and so my diet is all about moderation. So I like I said, I enjoy eating clean majority of the time, and so it doesn't really bother me. But of course, every now and then you have cravings and you want something else, or like you just want, or you have a taste for something. I don't restrict myself. Like if I want a burger, like this week I want a burger really bad, so I'm not gonna eat a burger every day, but I might go get a burger, and then tomorrow I go right back to eating my oatmeal and my smoothies and stuff. You know what I mean? And the problem is when you eating a burger every day. That's the problem. Unless you just want to eat a burger every day. But if you have goals of losing weight, you know that burger is not really doing anything nutritional for you, so why are you eating it? It's all about being mindful of what you're eating, and that's how I eat. I eat mindfully, and that's the thing that a lot of us have to like learn how to do, is to eat mindfully, because a lot of us mindlessly eat and we just snack and don't realize, like, you know, what we're putting into our bodies, how much of it we're putting into our bodies. So one of the biggest things I use is my scale, my food scale. That put a lot of stuff into perspective. Like, you be thinking that something is something, but really it's like, you be thinking it's 100 calories, it really is 500 calories. Like, and so that puts a lot of things into perspective. So I recorded a lot and I dropped a lot of gems and my camera cut off. So if you have any more questions on dieting and challenges to get through that, ask me in the comments or something like that, and I can make a whole video on that. Because I dropped some gems and I don't even remember what I said, but it's fine. And then the last question is, how do you know how many macros you're supposed to have? I need training on this. And that's a good question as well. Honestly, we can look it up together because I don't know. But from the research that I have done, basically it just depends on your body weight, your height, your BMI, and all that. There are macro calculators that you can look up on the internet. I personally don't watch my macros that much. I do have my macros set in my phone because I use my FitnessPal to track all my calories, and my FitnessPal kind of gives you a generic macro thing and tells you need to eat like 45%, whatever. I personally, because I work out a lot, I up my protein and I up my carbs because I limited my calories to 1,700 calories. And so the way that the FitnessPal had it set up with the 1,700 calories, the way my FitnessPal had it set up, I was always going over my carbs. And I am a fan of carbs, so I just changed it to where the percentages would allow me to have more carbs, and I just dropped my fat and up my protein. I think I had it at like and my fat too. I eat a lot of avocados, I eat a lot of eggs, I eat a lot of chia seeds and flax seeds and stuff like that, which is high in fat. And so at first I think I had it at like 35% protein, 45% carbs, and 25% fat. I don't know if that adds up to 100, but now I had to up my carbs to 50, and I dropped my protein to 25, and I upped my fats to 25, so I could get more fat and more protein in my 1,700 calories. And that's just for me personally, because that's just how I eat. I don't know if that's recommended for my body type and my all that. There's things that can calculate that for you based on your BMR and things like that. And I can also make a whole video on that. But personally, I stick with the caloric deficit. So I just try to make sure that I'm just trying to make sure that I am burning more calories than I eat. So for my body type and the amount that I work out, 1,700 calories is what is good for me. I honestly hardly ever hit 1,700 calories. I really just don't eat a lot. But that's what works for me. Macros is kind of tricky, and I love math, but I be confused. But there's things that you can do to calculate that for you. And I do have a friend who you could pay for $30. I think she will calculate your macros for you. And if you want a meal plan, she also does that too. So I will link her in the description or in the comments or whatever, and get with her and she can actually do it for you. So that's an even better answer. But that finishes out my video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everybody, and I'm out.